presentation when you're ready back. Senators, do you remember the sorrow our citizens persevered through? Do you remember how Americans died for this little country halfway around the world? Let's make sure this never happens again. Well, Vietnam is a big deal. It borders China, the world's most powerful trade connection. We want good relations with everyone. Senators, I'm here today to promote the idea of lifting arms embargo on the Socialist Republic of Vietnam to encourage regional stability. So please join me in the affirmation of this bill. First of all, the South China Sea is strategically very important to us, and we need to take advantage of that. Much of the world's trade passes through the South China Sea. According to the Council on Foreign Relations, as much as 50% of the global oil tanker shipments pass through the South China Sea. Dr. Yan Huisang, a fellow at Academia Sinica in Taiwan, said, "This is a very important issue and has become the main concern of Japan, the United States, and even right now, the European Union." Next, there is a high risk of conflict in the South China Sea, and we want good relations. Since the South China Sea is a critical commercial gateway for a significant portion of the world's merchant shipping, it becomes an important economic strategic subregion of the Indo-Pacific. China is also planning a large-scale construction of a new airfield. The new airfield, which when operational, would allow China to establish interlocking zones to take control over the region. Lastly, there have been confrontations of conflict in the South China Sea, which seems like a problem that can increase and become a tremendous issue. China has fired water cannons at Vietnam vessels. According to Guardian.com, China has accused Vietnam of ramming its ships into a disputed part of the South China Sea. There are concerns that a tense maritime standoff between the two countries could boil over into an armed conflict. Several boats have been damaged, and at least 6 Vietnamese people on board have been injured, officials said. China has also confronted U.S. aircraft as well. There are more communists in Vietnam than there are in U.S. And President Obama recently hosted the head of Vietnam's Communist Party at the White House in an effort to further strengthen America's relationship with its former foe. But how do voters here feel about that? According to Rasmussen Reports, National Telephone Survey finds that 34% of likely U.S. voters consider Vietnam to be an ally of the United States, but from past polls, this number has significantly improved. But only 11% now see Vietnam as an enemy. 53% rate it somewhere in between the two, and a sizable 19% are not sure. This was taken on Friday, July 17, 2015. Please join me to promote the idea of lifting arms embargo in the Socialist Republic of Vietnam to encourage regional stability. It is very important that we make good relations with everyone. Thank you, and now I'm open to questions.
Okay, that was 2 minutes 43. Questions?
Senator, even if the U.S. does supply military equipment to Vietnam, does Vietnam really have a chance against China in this dispute?
Could you repeat?
Even if the U.S. does supply Vietnam with military equipment, does Vietnam still really have any chance against China in this South China Sea dispute?
Well, Vietnam is like, okay, I don't really understand what the question was.
Chinese military is so strong. Do you think if U.S. helping Vietnam still would not have a chance against China? So what's the use of supplying weapons to it?
Vietnam does have a chance against, well,
All right, next question.
Senator, you stated multiple times in your speech that you want to improve the relations in the South China Sea. However, by providing weapons to Vietnam, don't you think that we're going to hurt our relations with the rest of the countries in the South China Sea?
well, we're providing military equipment to Vietnam. Well, it's not necessarily going to make China or any of the countries bordering angry or have bad relations, so I don't know what you really...
I mean, stemming off of his question, he's kind of saying you're kind of taking away their profits they're getting from Vietnam because you're taking part in their trade, which means they're going to lose some profit too, right? So will they be angered by such an interference in their very well trade, like positive trade they have right now?
I mean, that's part of business. That's how it happens. So it's not like, it depends.
All right, thank you.